Hi guys, it's me again. I'm Alina and this is simply my views. Thank you so much for coming back, and if you're new, please consider subscribing. So, last time we spoke, or last time you saw me, I was here with a topic filled with so much emotions, so much wisdom from of women or from all over, you know. These are women who helped me create the part one of why do we think women put each other down, and what positivity can we spread to help um, you know build strong bonds with the fellow sisters and all these things. So I had so many responses. I have so many responses. So I couldn't fit all of them in that video. So this video is just to proceed with telling you what the queens did. These queens were really invested in this topic, and I think they're still invested in this topic. So I want to bring to you what they said. And wow, here I'm just gonna go right into it. Here is one queen. She says why she thinks women put each other down is, she said, honestly, there are naturally bitter people out there. Whether they know you personally or not, they will just hate on you and whatever you put your time and mind to. They feel threatened by what other women are doing for themselves. Instead of drawing inspiration from that and encouraging oneself to start working on whatever they aspire to be or what business they want to start, they rather make them feel bad about themselves. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. Not everyone is strong to shut such energy out. So some things are just pure jealousy. So to the question of what will she say to that queen so that she knows, she said, it's simple. People are going through a lot that they don't put out there. Everyone is trying to put their lives together. The only thing that we can do right now and in the future is to hold hands and be there for one another, to support one another, to show more kindness and love. Let's love one another. Also, letting people be vakwetu. Let them do them. It's what makes them happy. Okay. I think we should take out our notes again because the queens are really speaking volumes. I know we all entitled to our own opinions, but these are their views. So this queen says the reason is because of insecurity of their side, on their side. Instead of learning to understand what the other one has done to be where they are, they feel challenged and it brings out emotions of hate. As a woman, we need each other because of the fact that we can understand what it means to be a woman. Some do bad in order to feel good about themselves because deep down they are dying. She said something that spoke to me. This is me, Alina's, what I picked out of her response. She says, the part where she says, we women understand each other. Like we go through so much, whether it's childbirth, whether it's like it's very simple, I think, and straightforward to understand even the development stages of another woman that I don't think any other gender can relate, even if they've read about it. So I think that there is a power that we can use to understand a fellow woman and be on good terms with them. So here are her positive words. She said, it's not you that's the problem. The other woman needs healing. So we need to heal. Let's not bleed on our sisters. They most probably didn't do anything to us. Okay? Another queen. Question 1, which was why, and then the question 2 is positivity. The question 1, she said, women can be confusing people. Why they put each other down is beyond me. However, I have noticed that some people normally do this when they feel insecure about themselves or threatened by your life, as simple as it may be, or also many times it's not even their own anger towards you, influence from other people. Then again, some people are just pure evil. And then question 2, she said, nothing. I think she's meaning she has nothing to say. But she said, honestly, it's 2021. Improve your cut-off game. Move on. Some people will exhaust you. Just move on. If in the future they seem to be rehabilitated, keep a polite distance. Hi and bye is also enough. Hi, Bo. Yeah, ne? You can rewind, guys, and listen, because I have to move on to the next response. Just spoke to me there, saying you can cut people off. I think we don't normalize that. This queen kept it short and simple. She said, number 1, she thinks jealous and not wanting other people to prosper in life. They can't stand each other. And 2, she said, it's very simple. Stay in your lane. A queen said, the reason women often tear each other down is jealousy, lack of self-love and envy, resentment, and when they feel that the other woman is a threat to them. I think jealousy and envy is the common factors in scenarios like this, because a person will talk about you because they are envious and jealous of what you have, and they try so hard to bring you down and make second guess yourself, even if you are not doing anything wrong. I think if you're with me and you watched part 1, you saw that I think you heard a lot of that word, jealousy and envy. Guys, I think those are feelings we need to confront, or emotions, because they seem to be driving forces of self-hate amongst women. And to her, number 2, she said, you should learn to love yourself and be content with what you have. Then you will not be intimidated by anyone or anything. Oftentimes, we desire things that is beyond our economic status, making us envious of people that has them. Thus, that is where the whole hate talks start from. Women are just starting to get their place in society. And if we keep on breaking each other down, we will not make the impact we should. We would rather stand stronger and empower each other to make an impact in society. And I couldn't agree more, because remember, we have been fighting for equality, gender equality. You know, we still have careers that are called male-dominated careers because women had no places there. And now, instead of fighting together for some places and things like that, we are just tearing each other down, which is not going to help us move forward. Another queen comes. Her answer to question was what? The root cause of gossip is almost always, without fail, jealousy. The more successful you are, the more attractive, the more kind, the more self-assured, the more people will gossip. Yo. They do it to try and bring you down. They do it to try and build themselves up. Her words of positivity, she said, Matthew 12, verse 36 to 37, that on the day of judgment, people will give account for every careless word they speak, for by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. I'm not sure everyone watching is a Christian, but this one came from a Christian sister. Please read this verse and understand what she's trying to say to us. Another queen, she said, I would like to start off by saying, hurt people hurt others. Secondly, you can't give what you don't have. If one don't have or don't know love, such a person can never give love or accept love. Another reason, I believe that when one gossip another will, you are a mouthpiece of Satan to transport hurtful and damaging words to others. Another reason, women who tear others down mostly, if you look in their lives, they lack confidence, they wish to be the person they are tearing down, they have nothing constructive or good happening in their lives, and hence the jealousy and hate of seeing others happy or doing well. She further said, sometimes it's the circle of friends that influence such behavior. Such women are unhappy and their actions show in what is in their hearts. Some have been abused, bullied, and rejected in their lives, hence they are hurt and bitter. They only know how to hate and nothing else. Yo, did you hear that, guys? Here is her advice. There is no gain in tearing another woman down. One will never rise by tearing another woman down. Start telling yourself that you have a problem and need to change. Acknowledge, admit to yourself that you can be a better woman. Forgive yourself for all the tearing and hating. Start giving other women positive compliments and mean them. Refuse to associate with women who tear others down. In fact, break off such circles. Develop yourself to become better by investing in furthering your education and etc. However, there is a great satisfaction in building and lifting up others, such as you will gain confidence, you will become a better person, and the other women will look up to you as a role model. You become a happy person, you will attract good relationships, goodness will follow you, you will be blessed. Lifting up others helps you to heal from your brokenness and start helping others to heal. Love will start ruling in your heart and you will inspire and help others instead of hating and gossiping. Like I said, the queens took out time out of their time and responded with so much. So every response is very valuable. There is valuable advice in there. So just grab your notebook, grab your snack, and listen to what other queens are saying. This is the circle we want to have. Sisters just talking to each other, no harm there. So this queen said, I feel like there are a lot of aspects to why some women might put others down. Gossip and some even worse, cause malicious harm to others. Some of the reasons I suppose are jealousy and envy, misinformation, influence, and insecurities. She broke it down like this. On the matter of jealousy and envy, these two actually work hand in hand, though different. Jealousy is a fear of losing something that is yours. And envy is having a desire or wanting something that belongs to someone else. As women, we have this thing of actually comparing ourselves to other women. For example, in a workplace, your colleague might be good with achieving their goals, mainly because they have a certain skill that you don't have. And as a result of your own insecurities, you spread gossip that may destroy this woman's character and might influence very important people to not want to work with her, which in turn will make it very difficult for her to achieve future goals. Unfortunately, some people thrive psychologically in seeing other people miserable. They are not happy if you are happy. They need to see you in a horrible state for them to be happy. Yo. Okay, those are her words. She went on and said, on the matter of misinformation, misleading information, mainly caused during gossiping, might actually set the tone in which women might treat others. I have to say, misinformation can come from either males or females. You find some women who fight over a man only because they are both misled by the same man. For example, a womanizing man who has a child with another woman, which we call baby mamas these days. He gets into a relationship with another woman, tells her that this baby mama is crazy, and then goes to the baby mama who probably found out about the other woman to save himself. He tells the baby mama the other woman is the crazy one. She's all over him and doesn't know what to do. Now it's easy to blame the man. He can be called selfish. And I thought of names, but the women also have a fault for not sitting down, finding time to talk, to find out from each other if the information given to them is actually factual. Check if a woman has the resources to get another woman's cell phone number and call them to insult them and tell them to stay away from her men, mainly done without hearing the other person's side, which may be conceived as an attack. Why can't we also have a civilized conversation and then react accordingly from there? Very few women will do this. I think some women lack the ability to analyze situations that might help them get their own conclusions. Because you might find a woman who doesn't like a certain person. If you ask them why they don't like that person, the answer might be because someone else told them that they are not a nice person or they did this and that. But the question is, that information, is it true, or you mainly hate the person because of another person's dislike of them? I think I heard something by Brené Brown who said, hotspotting hate, if you must put it that way. Like you hate a person just because somebody else hates them, not because they're actually a bad person. She went on and said, there is so many reasons for women putting each other down and spreading gossip. And I have to say, not only women, I will have to say everybody. Even men can cause women to hate each other and vice versa. I know it's a cliche, but communication does work in most situations. And if people communicate and approach each other in a respectful manner, they can solve a whole lot of unnecessary issues. Okay, this queen's response to question 2 is as long as the one I just previously read out. I'm doing my very best not to dilute what she means. I had to go ahead and ask if she was a psychologist because she sounded a lot like one, which she said she is. So maybe you'd want to hear this from a professional. And I actually asked if she would ever mind to come on the channel. I hope she comes on soon so you can meet her. She said she had no problem actually. So this is the positivity that she said she would say to another person. She said, personally, I like in-depth information as to why women likes bringing other women down in order to give me a conclusive solution or opinion. However, some situations do not allow us to get all this information. So simply, I would say to this woman, the fact that you have so much energy to bring another woman by fighting them or spreading rumors, it's like saying that you are more worried about your competition than your own progress. Because really as women, we like comparing ourselves to other women. The time we take to spread rumors could be used to improve our skills. I mean, go apply and take part in a course that will improve your skills, instead of bringing somebody else down so they don't do a great job. Because that might not only affect this person mentally, it can also affect the company, which may result in company losing clients. And you know what happens when a company loses clients? You lose money, which may cause the company to close down and then retrenched. Another thing you can do is approach this person and ask them or find out ways to actually improve your skills. Not everybody is selfish with sharing information. And as soon as you get that perception or assumption out of the way, you will be surprised to find out you can work together to actually achieve greater goals. What you may think is a little white lie to satisfy your ego may actually cause devastating things that may affect not only you and the person you hate, but the people connected to you. Another example is that your little gossip might not affect the company's economy. You might not lose your job, they might not lose their job, but their mental health is very important. Because of their mental health, because if their mental health decreases, it may cause them to commit suicide. And guess what happens? This person might have been the breadwinner and there are now people starving and with no roof over their heads. You might never think of the bigger picture, but that is literally selfish. You can do better than that. Yeah, ne? She's opening our eyes because I've heard people say it's not that deep. I'm sure you've heard that line. It's not that serious. It's not what I. It is, and you need to always think of the bigger picture. She continued and said, now, in romantic relationships or any relationship, I would advise that if you were easily influenced, find a way to get both sides of the story and finally make your own conclusion. We never know what might happen in the future, but it's always great to treat people respectfully because you never know that the very person you are perhaps insulting or spreading rumors against might be the person who can get you out of a tricky situation in the future. However, they might not do so, especially if they find out what you have done to them in the past. I can't reread the content, but she spoke so much volume, guys. I hope you heard. Yeah, just a quick breather because she said so much. I can't rephrase, I'll just lose her valuable points. Here is another woman. I told you, women took time to share their views on this. So I'm going to make my very best efforts to make sure I have delivered it as it is. This woman says, I believe that women that gossip and say all the mean things to tear others down do so in projection of their own inner feelings towards themselves. Feelings of insecurity, jealousy towards the other woman they are tearing down, and mostly they wish they were the other woman, that they were in the position of the other woman, and they feel intimidated by the other woman. So because they fail to go after their own goals or better themselves, they focus on tearing the other woman down so they don't have to be alone in that cage of personal distress, loneliness, loss, insecurity, and all those deep sad emotions that they feel when they face their own realities. And then this is her response to what would she say to fellow women? She said, personally, when I see women doing better than me or they have achieved something I've always wanted to achieve, I try to be close to them so I learn. I ask how they do it and take from that and do better with the information so I will also achieve which I aspire. When I fail at it, I simply see the other women as goals and just look from an inspired point of view. I would tell women that spend time tearing others down to find hobbies, things that they are most passionate about, and invest their time and energy into. Only maybe then they wouldn't have to sit there and spend time feeding into that bad energy that won't benefit them in the end. Women should learn to empower one another, to learn from one another and teach one another. Only then we can all win at something and be better mothers, daughters, sisters of positive influence to the whole society. Guys, you really don't expect me to like not say these responses, because I feel like this video is gonna be up for a long while and a lot of sisters can always come and just hear, man. Here is another sister that's saying, from my personal perspective, this has to do with jealousy. Once a person sees the other one excelling in a certain thing, they try by all means to bring the person down. What would I say to that woman? Look for directions, because sometimes people talk because they failed in doing what a specific person is doing. Therefore, what this failure do best is try by all means to hinder what that specific person is doing. People should look for correct directives and information and stop putting other people down. While I was reading through the responses, guys, I just got a thought that maybe we should have our mini women conference, can be online, like this sounded like I was in a conference where women were airing their views. I mean, not a physical one, but at least I got to hear so much from different people, and it's like humming a song. People from different places speaking almost the same thing. Ne? Please let me know if you want me to make it a series, and then you just submit a list of topics, then we talk about them. And then if you want to come on the channel, for example, you're welcome. We just observe, the new COVID regulations that are always being repeated, But I'm gonna go ahead and read their next set of responses. This queen said, I think most women don't like other women doing well, especially more than them. Also, considering that we are emotional beings and tend to invest in relationships easier, we notice each other's success quite fast. We don't even need to be told. We fail to understand that the need to run our own race and allow others to succeed and congratulate them genuinely without feeling like anyone is competing. This is mostly common in people that are not grounded and lack the maturity. This includes those that feel the need to gossip and create stories about others. It's very toxic. To question 2, she said, if it's not genuine, don't say it. If it's not true, don't say it. If others are winning, learn to congratulate and genuinely be happy for them, or you can avoid bad mouthing and rather not say anything. Life is beautiful and we all have our chances to success. No one is competing with you, nor should you be in competition with anyone. Be grounded and avoid peer pressure, especially at such a big age. Those things are for teenagers. I don't think they are just for teenagers. I think also teenagers need to know that there's no competition. Know what you want in life. One does not necessarily have to gossip, tear each other down, and so or to feel better about themselves. This only hurts you and the doer and not the other person. Allow yourself to have peace and experience genuine love. Yeah. She said so much. She said, not everybody will love you nor appreciate you. That still does not give you any reasons to tear them down, gossip them, or simply not wish them well. Also, it's okay to outgrow relationships. Do it with a clean heart and avoid filling up with hatred and envy. Last but not least, onkara mwenyo okuguru kwetemba. We need to be humble at all times. I also spoke to sisters. These are not just people in Namibia. I spoke to people beyond the borders. As long as they're in my phone, I sent the request. And then, this is one of those. They are not Namibian, so it looks like this thing is also in other countries. So she said, this thing of women tearing others down became so normal, so I don't really have much to say. I came to an understanding that not everyone will like you. Not everyone is going to appreciate you no matter where you go. You could go to work, to a club, you could go to church, anywhere. There will still be that one person who doesn't like you. I think the reason is jealousy. Sometimes they think they have more than you. Sometimes they think you have more than you deserve or more than what they have. Sometimes they see you as competition, although you are not competing. You are just focused on yourself and trying to improve your own life goals, but they still see you as with a negative eye. They want to compete with you and want to be better than you, not noting that there is enough space for everyone. I don't think it's just a matter about women, men and women actually. It's not a black people thing. I also eat amongst white folks. Okay. Then she said, if you are at work, focus on your work. Do not supervise or monitor others' personal lives. Be professional. I don't know what to say anymore. We need to stop this. We need to stop being negative towards each other. We need to start supporting each other. Work towards with anyone. There's room for everyone to succeed. Don't necessarily copy others' people's ideas to compete with. For example, if we are building a business, you don't have to build the same business I'm building just because you feel like you want to prove a point. We can all say you open a grocery shop, I open a salon, and the other person open a nails business. And then one customer can actually come to all our businesses. That is all from her side. Okay? Then there is, some people responded with voice notes. So I summarized their voice note as best as I can. I might have missed a point and I apologize in advance for that. This is one of those people. So she said she thinks it's because of personal issues. People may have their own personal issues. Someone can be approaching them with a good ideas, for example, a business idea, but maybe this lady has an issue with you that you are not even aware with, so it starts creating those things. So she said, don't look at other women from a negative point of view. Women, let's team up and work together as sisters. Let's love each other. Women are mothers of the nation. Happy mothers contribute to happy homes and a happier world overall. Those stresses we carry from work to home affect our lives. These issues among fellow women are affecting other people and not just women. Okay? And then I think I'm going to share my last response. Can you believe it that I'm still not done? I'm still not done with the responses I received. But I'm going to say one last response from one queen. Then I think I'm going to put the other responses in another video, guys, another day. She said, insecurities, not knowing how to do it for yourself, jealousy towards others. I don't want to see you doing better than me kind of mentality. We all have, you need to know that we are not competing. Self-love, not loving yourself enough, if you are not loving, the way you love yourself can affect others. Not everyone loves themselves, sadly. You need inner peace. Not having inner peace with yourself can also cause some of these things. Her advice said, learn to love yourself. Take initiative in situations that you are not comfortable with. A lot of people carry a weight of the world on their shoulders. Learn to seek help. People can't sense that you are having a problem. Let's learn to be open and vulnerable about what we are going through. Meditate exercise, eat healthy, woo, change your mindset, change your environment, cut off bad vibes, create a safe space to love the next person as well, and not hate or be jealous of the next person. Love starts from the roots or at home. If you have a daughter, teach her to be happy with herself, even her physical appearance. For instance, people with skin conditions, she gave an example of vitiligo. But I think this is just one of many things that people may find maybe they're uncomfortable with. She said, you teach that person or yourself to be okay with those issues. Okay? You just love yourself the way you are. That was the responses that I got, but that's not even all, guys. That's not all. I didn't realize I'd asked so many people, and not like just that there are so many people. It's people who I value their opinions, and also I didn't expect everyone to respond, if I'm to be honest, but everyone has responded, and I would like to appreciate their efforts, and I'm going to create another video for the rest of the responses. We have so much to say. Maybe we should have a platform where we really just say what we need to say kindly and calmly. But for this video, this is all. Please turn on your notifications so that you get a notification when the next video comes up.